Hello everyone, today we will be discussing Section 2, Packaging Terms. Many involves types of packaging for goods and packaging marks. First, the meaning and types of packaging. Packaging of goods refers to the measures taken to effectively protect the quality and quantity of the goods. According to the characteristics of the product, use appropriate materials or container place the product to encapsulate and carry out decoration and print. A certain marks. Good packaging can be divided into two major categories based on their role in the circulation process: transport packaging and sales packaging. Transport packaging, also known as outer packaging. Large packaging is used to package a certain quantity of sales packaged goods or bulk commodities. Large packaging, it is usually divided into single-piece packing and collective transport packaging. Single-piece packing refers to the packaging serves as a unit of measure during transport. It can be categorized by the shape of packaging container, such as bags, buckets, pots, bottles, etc. It can also be categorized by the material of packaging container, such as iron bucket, wooden crate, paper bags, etc. Collective transportation packaging refers to the method of combining a certain number of single-piece packing into a large package or placing them into a large packaging container, including containers, bags, and pallets. Sales packaging, also known as inner packaging, small packaging, or direct packaging, is a packaging that directly contacts with products and is directly seen by consumers. In fact, it is retail packaging and can be divided into the following three types: display sales packaging, identification product packaging, and usage packaging. Display sales packaging is used for displaying goods on store shelves and usually includes hang-in packaging, stacking packaging, and unfolding packaging, etc. Identification product packaging allows consumers to visually identify products and usually includes transparent packaging, open packaging, habitual packaging, etc. Usage packaging is designed for convenience in carrying and using, and typically includes portable packaging, easy-to-open packaging, spray packaging, gift packaging, etc. The decoration, patterns, colors of sales package should adapt to the national customers and the preference of the relevant countries. For example, elephant in Thailand and India is considered a symbol of good fortune, but in the UK, it is considered as a symbol of foolishness. The barcode on sales packaging is a symbol composed of a series of black and white unequal thickness intervals, vertical equal stripes, with numbers used to convey certain product information internationally. There are mainly two types of barcodes. One is UPC code, developed by Uniform Code Board of America. The other EAN code developed by the International Article Numbering Association for Chinese goods, exported to the United States. The export of goods on the sales packaging should be printed UPC. Second, packaging marks. Packaging marks refers to simple graphics and the text brushed on the packaging of the product. The purpose of brushing these simple graphics and the text is to facilitate the identification of goods. ensuring that transportation, loading and unloading, storage, inspection, customs, declarations, and handover of goods can proceed safely and smoothly. Avoiding misdelivery, damage to goods, or accidents that may harm individuals, and guaranteeing the safe and swift delivery of goods to the consignee. Packaging markers are divided into shipping marks, indicative marks, warning marks, and identification marks based on their different uses. Shipping marks, commonly known as marks, are essential part of transportation packaging marks, consisting of a simple geometric shapes and some letters, numbers, and simple text. Its main function is to help relevant personnel identify goods during loading and transportation, preventing misdelivery, also facilitating the consignee to receive goods, handle customs clearance procedures. The markers typically consist of 3 parts: by sender, receiver, code, destination name words or code name, approval number. The standardized shipping mark is shown in the figure. The first line is the abbreviation of consignee. The second line is the reference number, contract number. The third line is the destination port name, and the fourth line is box number and the total number of items. Indicative marks, also known as safety marks, operation flag, are based on the performance of characteristics of the goods, such as being afraid of heat, moisture, fog, dirt, breakage, damage, deterioration, etc. Using simple and striking graphics and the text on the transport marks to remind people of the precaution and requirements during the storage, loading, and transportation procession, as shown in the figure. These are the indicative marks we often see in our daily lives. Third, warning signs, also called dangerous goods. Packaging marks or dangerous goods marks are designed to ensure the safety of goods and personnel. On the transport packaging of dangerous goods such as inflammable, explosive, toxic, corrosive substance, oxidizing agents, and radioactive substance. Dangerous goods on the transportation packaging using graphics and the text to represent and explain the various types of dangerous goods, as shown in the figure. These are the warning marks for corrosive substances, flammable gas, toxic gases, warning signs. Fourth, identification marks provide information about the content of and the condition of the loaded goods with the purpose of informing the buyer about the contents of packaging and also facilitating customs inspection. Identification marks, usually brushed on the side of the packaging, generally includes the item number of the goods, the color, gross weight, next weight, actual volume, next multiply width, multiply height, and production country, also shown in the figure. Third, neutral packaging. Neutral packaging refers to the export of goods and on its inner and outer packaging do not indicate the country of origin and export manufacturers. This practice is often employed to circumvent discriminatory measures such as tariffs and non-tariff barriers imposed by certain import countries or region to adapt to the transaction special needs. For example, after Chinese customs began imposed anti-dumping duties on newsprint import 6th from South Korea, Canada, the United States start collecting after anti-dumping tax. Some importers originating from the accused dumping country or regional product change neutral packaging or from other countries packing to evade paying the anti-dumping duty or cash margin internationally. Common forms of the neutral packaging include branded neutral packaging, unbranded neutral packaging. Branded neutral packaging refers to the product or on the packaging only have the trademark designated by the buyer or brand name, without indicating the country of the production, place name of production, and name of exporter. Branded is mainly used for long-term, large, stable order abroad. Its purpose is utilizing the buyer's business capability, corporate reputation, or brand reputation to raise the selling price of goods and expand sales. Unbranded neutral packaging refers to method that, when exporting goods, both the goods and the packages do not have any trademark or brand name, either indicate the country of production and the manufacturer's name. It is beneficial to save costs, cost reduction, and is mainly applicable to the further processing of semi-finished products, work in progress. Fourth, packaging terms in the contract. Complete packaging terms generally include packaging, packaging method, transportation size, and packaging costs, etc. Packaging materials refer to the materials used for packing, such as wooden crates, cardboard boxes, etc. Packaging methods refer to the specific packaging situation of the large and small package, including packaging specifications, packaging quantities or weights, filling materials, and reinforcement condition, etc. Shipping marks, according to international trade practice, are commonly determined by the seller and do not make specific regulations in the contract. If the buyer requests the use of a specific shipping mark, then it should make the specific regulations for the specific style, and the content of mark in the contract. Packaging cost refers to the issue of who bears the cost of packaging between the buyer and the seller. Generally speaking, the packaging costs are included in the price of goods and are not separately changed. But if buyers propose the special requirements, then additional packaging cost, in principle, should be borne by the buyer and the party responsible for the cost, and the methods of payment should be specified in the contract. Second, precautions of establishing packing clauses. First, the content of packing clause should be clear and specific. Terms like habitual packaging, the meaning are ambiguous, and all countries have different understandings, which easily leads to controversy. Second, choosing packaging materials and packaging methods. We need to consider the requirements of product features and different transportation modes, such as glass products, are prone to breakage, so their transport packaging must have seismic performance, and air transport packaging requires lightweight and compact. Third, according to logistics system situation, we should consider the design of product packaging to save packaging materials and reduce logistics costs. To improve logistics efficiency and reduce logistics cost, the size of packaging goods, it should be noted that avoid the waste of space during shipment. Therefore, when designing out package, it is important to consider the overall dimension of packaging materials. To save the cost of packaging materials, In addition, we also need to consider whether the overall dimensions of packaging materials can match the size of the carrier and make the volume of loading to us, obtain the most comprehensive utilize and reduce logistics costs. Fourth, when the buyer provides packaging material or specific shipping marks, the contract should stipulate the final deadline for the buyer. To provide packing materials, it should state that if the seller does not receive the relevant mark in time, the seller can make decisions independently. Fifth, we need to consider importing and exporting countries, the laws and regulations of packaging. The requirement of packaging in countries around the world become increasingly strict. In addition to the decoration design in the packaging, we need to consider countries' social customs and habits and pay attention to the choice of packaging materials does not violate the laws and regulations of the relevant countries. Please complete following post-class tasks. Alright, that concludes today's lesson. See you in next class.